How to perform the dip into a split jerk. Same as the dip into a push jerk. Now we're just going to play around with finding our split position. Before you go into this, you might just practice doing a fall into a split, just to get the hang of moving into it now. You've strengthened up the position, but what you can work on is you might go into the toes. You could even have a PVC or a dowel, and then go like this. So you can go up, and then lock out and work on that position. I don't love using a PVC for lots of movements because I feel that sometimes it's not enough weight to get a feel for what it actually is meant to be like, but still I think it can be useful. Just imagine you have a barbell using a PVC pipe. We can dip down, drive up, and then go into that split stance just to get a feel for what it's like. Remember, the same common issues people can have is being too far forward, so make sure you're centered and the PVC or the bar is over the top of your head. So you can use this as a learning tool. But if you can, I'd like you to use a barbell. So now, same concept as before, dip and pop, and then instead of the push jerk, you're gonna dip, split, hold. With this movement, front foot in first, back foot in, and then bring the bar back down. Again, dip, pop, then dip, split, hold, front foot in, back foot in, and then come back down. If you look from the side, one dip and pop, use the legs, dip, catch, front foot, back foot, dip, pop, dip, catch, and that is going to be your dip into your split jerk. Really good movement now to just get a feel what the split jerk will be like. Remember to keep it light and just working your technique for a good while before adding load. So now some common mistakes with your pop and your split jerk, they just carry on from the same exercises. So again, you're probably just rushing, you're not dipping in the way we want to dip, or maybe with the split jerk, the back knee's too straight, for example, and I'll go through those. Just a reminder, remember you can wear lifting shoes. These can start to really help transfer now. If you are doing the full Olympic lifts, clean and jerk and so on, I'd recommend wear lifters. I am going from a rack here. Remember to face the rack when you are training normally. Make sure you're in a place where you can drop weights if you need to. And just make sure that you're safe using collars when you're adding load. I'm just doing the demos with the barbell, but you get the idea. If I add weight, it's the same movement. So going to my front rack, eyes up, grab the bar onto the collarbones here. So remember, one dip and pop, use the legs, then dip, split. Bars at the top of my head, I'm in like a train track stance, even between the feet. Front foot comes in first, and then back foot comes in next. That's the way I want you to get in for your split jerk. Remember some errors, people can use the arms too much for the dip and pop. Same for your split jerk, they use the arms too much, and then maybe they just drag the back foot in when they stand up. Now, dragging the back foot in, say you're doing a weightlifting competition, you're not thinking about it and you just do that, it's not the end of the world. But when you're practicing your split jerks in a gym or in training, you should really think about front foot in first, then back foot in. Just gonna minimize the risk of you missing a lift from not stepping in correctly. So again, work on it like that. From our side point of view, remember, dip, legs drive the bar off the shoulders, then dip, split, front foot, back foot. Some issues with the split jerk that we can have is you go too far forward, knees too forward, back legs too straight. Remember, want to be balanced between the 2 feet. Or when you go into your split jerk, the back foot's too flat, like this, and the heel's down on the ground. We want to be on the ball of the back foot, not flat through that part there. I'll go into some more of these now in these next few exercises, but it's the same issue. So remember, dip straight, don't want to sit back too much with your dip, chest up, bring your head out of the way, don't want the head over the top of the bar, and those same cues that we worked on with the push jerk transfer really well. The main difference now, rather than jumping out like this, you're just moving your feet out. So rather than just moving your feet back and forward, we do want to move the feet forward and out to the side slightly. That's more the shape we're looking for, which you can work on without load, but ideally you spend enough time in the split stance hold that you know where you should be. Then you've also done the split stance shoulder press, so you know where your feet should be as well. So now you're getting towards the pointy end, last 2 exercises to go, and then you'll be nailing the split jerk in no time.